I just did the math and realised I've lost over 14 hours of streaming content, also known as why we make sure our backups are in fact being saved. Hi, I'm Steph, runaway cloud on my streams, and welcome to my DA. I've been streaming Rhythm Hive for the last 2 months and playing it since it came out in February. I'm working towards creating a final project where I consider my game using an analytical framework, something that'll be explored further in my blog. While initially the project was going pretty well, and once I'd set up my stream to a level I felt comfortable with, where the aesthetics were sorted out and I could be ready to stream in under 15 minutes, meaning that I had a lot more motivation to stream, I went from about 1 to 2 test streams to streaming 4 times in 1 week. This is because there was a major update at the time, meaning that I wanted to finish the Summer Festa content and focus on new Season 3 missions and pop-up events. The Thursday stream was my most popular stream so far, as the otherwise quiet community was mostly active on Twitter during these updates, mainly because the updates themselves are pretty bugged and a lot of people have issues. That Thursday stream was running about 15 minutes late because the game just would not load for me. My most popular tweet on my Twitter account has all of 14 comments, the majority of which are people asking how I'd gotten the game to work, if it was up and running for me, complaining about their game not running. The majority of people, just like I was, get stuck. Each time the game updates, this is a pretty big thing. I tried to utilise that, posting maybe every half an hour or so that I was still streaming, rather than just doing one post at the beginning. This meant that a lot more people were seeing my posts and that I got a fair bit more traffic than I normally would. And normally one of my friends was there while I streamed, so we could interact and we'd both play the game at the same time. On this stream, however, I think I had about 5 separate unique commenters that came in and out, so that was a new experience. However, after this update, I fell into a bit of a slump with the game. I'd seen all the new content, farmed some of the missions, and since they run for months at a time, I didn't feel motivated to play. I play mainly using TXT. They're my strongest card sets and the songs I feel most comfortable with, and recently there's been very little new content motivating me to play. Because of this, when I was working on my beta, I opened my channel to discover that it was entirely empty. I had only just remembered that Twitch saves data for 14 days, and my backups hadn't been saving as planned. Since I can't use that to show my now mostly erased prototype, as well as the Twitch analytics and tweets, my revised timeline, which should be available on my blog, is basically a summary of what I actually did each week and how that went. Next, I'll be talking about my response to the peer feedback given a few weeks ago. One big thing was the audio quality in my video, and as you may have noticed, I've tried to remove any in-game noises and find a simple background audio that isn't too loud or distracting. It was also recommended that I use platforms other than Twitter to engage with the Rhythm Hive players. However, I found these platforms to be somewhat useless to me. I'd found 2 Discord channels about the game, however when I joined they were basically dead. There have been no updates since I joined about a month and a half ago for each of them, and they were filled with children who I didn't really feel comfortable interacting with. Reddit was a bit of a better option, but again, I didn't feel comfortable posting there because, again, Reddit is mostly only popular during updates, and during updates I tend to be on Twitter, not Reddit. I myself only access Reddit when I'm having an issue or trying to look for some help, and that's about it. I am a bit disappointed I wasn't able to look further into them, but I think Twitter is the most comfortable place for me in terms of this project. There was also some pretty helpful research offered that gave me some more insight into narrowing down my analytical framework. Overall, while I have lost a fair bit of data, something that is a demotivator, I'm feeling more comfortable with the final project, and I'm hoping over the next few weeks to stream some more and get that content back.